The Swedish LGBT Federation and Pride organizers issued the following statement as a response to the alternative Pride parade organized by Jan Sjunnesson, former editor-in-chief of Samtiden, a web magazine by Sweden Democrats, and contributor to the site Avpixlat. Here is the statement in full. During Stockholm Pride we manifest together in support of equality and against hatred against LGBT persons, racism, and sexism. We never engage in this together with actors who doesn't respect the inviolable value of everyone. That's why we are distancing ourselves from the initiative called Pride Järva, organized by Jan Sjunnesson, former editor-in-chief of Samtiden, a web magazine run by Sverigedemokraterna, and contributor to the racist site Avpixlat. Jan Sjunnesson has during a long time made himself known as a person who's spreading hatred towards Muslims on social media and who's not supporting LGBT rights. The magazine Expo published, in February, a compilation in which they, among other things, showed how Sjunnesson, with positive comments, had shared an American film where Muslims were described as pedophiles and homosexuals and a satanistic threat against society who should be deported. Pride is the most visible part of the LGBT movement, with its roots in a revolt against the oppression in society against some of the most vulnerable, among others transgender women and homeless LGBT persons. This is our party, and it's about rights and our lives. Pride is not to be used in other purposes. Both Stockholm Pride and RFSL involves anti-racism and feminism as a starting point for its work. In this context there's no room for actors or persons who are basing their involvement on ideologies where people are assigned different values. Pride is needed everywhere and the rights of all LGBT persons are important, regardless of where they live, where they come from or their religion. Everyone should be able to live their lives on their own terms, without having to hide who you are. It is with great joy we've seen so many Pride festivals be organized in Sweden during the last couple of years. A lot of these festivals are arranged by LGBT persons who indeed have fought for being able to keep on living in the place where they want to live and who doesn't want to feel forced to move just because they have experienced homophobia or transphobia. Both Stockholm Pride and RFSL are working regionally, nationally, and internationally supporting initiatives aiming to create more diverse venues. Together we support each other and highlight LGBT persons organizing themselves in order to fight for their own rights. We're hoping for more Pride festivals all around Sweden and also all around in the Stockholm metropolitan area. The struggle for equality is a shared struggle. Power structures and oppression goes hand in hand. That's why an active work against all forms of discrimination, as racism and sexism, is an obvious part of the LGBT struggle and an important part in the work of Stockholm Pride and RFSL. That's why we're saying no to actors who don't share our basic values. No racist forces are welcome in any part of our activities. Our organizations and our festival are supposed to be a place for all LGBT persons and for our friends.